and welcome to Inner Circle Guidance. Today we're going to be doing a collective reading, but for those of you who are new to the circle, hello and welcome. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I post new videos every single day. And if you're looking for daily short tarot readings, check out my Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or YouTube Shorts. If you're looking for personal services or personal readings, I offer them through my website, innercircleguidance.com. Let's find out what the circle needs to know today. Okay, we have the Death card. We have the Three of Wands. We have Judgment. We have the Four of Cups. We have the Seven of Pentacles with the Lovers on the bottom of the deck. Some of you are experiencing or have recently experienced some sort of ending in your life that has put you in a position where you are sort of seeking spiritual enlightenment or spiritual awakening. What I'm seeing with the Three of Wands is there's this sort of overarching idea of what you want for your future, and you can sort of visualize that, you can sort of see it, but you're not exactly sure of the path in which to get there. There's sort of this hesitation, and it has to do with the choices and decisions that you're making. For some of you, this is literally in romantic relationships is when this is really coming up. But for others, it just has to do with the decisions and the choices that you're making in general in your life. Largely what I'm seeing here is that there is a sort of rejection that's happening here where you are receiving certain divine guidances or certain synchronicities or certain messages from the divine realm. Notice how we have angels in both of these two cards. And you're sort of ignoring them. You're rejecting them. And I'm seeing that you're planting seeds to move forward in a better way. But ultimately, what I keep hearing here is paranoia. You keep questioning whether your intuition is you just being paranoid. You're not paranoid. What I'm really seeing here is that you're sort of asking the wrong question here. You're asking, am I paranoid? Is this just me being paranoid? Which is coming from a place and an energy of doubt and limitation. It's a negative sort of energy. Instead of asking, how can I better connect to my intuition? Or an even better question, which would be, how do I know when my intuition is speaking to me? So for those of you who are really struggling with connecting to your intuition and knowing the difference, you're being prompted to learn how your intuition and higher self communicates with you. Now, there's a number of ways to do this, but one of the easiest ways is to literally ask your higher self to give you some sort of sign that is your yes, your no, and your neutral when you're asking questions. When people that I have spoken to have done this, they have experienced different things. Some people see certain colors. Some people feel very distinct feelings somewhere on their body, like they'll feel their ear gets hot or their left foot will itch or something like that. Start asking your higher self and your intuition to send you signs consistently that represent your yes, no, and neutral. Then I want you to begin tracking those things. Put them into practice, but put them into practice with things that have no stakes and follow through with it. It can be something silly like, should I park in the left parking spot or should I park in the right parking spot? Should I have eggs for breakfast or should I have a bagel? Things that don't have any stakes, things that you don't really have like a dog in the race for, and start tracking your intuition and the responses that you get. And when you follow through, you may begin to realize certain things, like you may start to realize that when you park in that left parking spot, the birds didn't poop on your car, or something small that would benefit you in some way moving forward. That will help you connect to your intuition. The other thing that you can do is you can take time to reflect each day and reflect on whether you're acting out of fear or if you are feeling a certain way out of fear or worry or anxiety versus what's really going on, or from a place of an unhealed wound. For some of you, in order to tap into your intuition, you have to stop reacting and start being intentional. And part of that is taking a pause to reflect, to digest what is going on, and then make an intentional choice moving forward instead of just reacting to whatever's happening to you. A lot of the time, our divine guidance comes in the stillness that we often overlook in our daily lives. For those of you who feel like you're not sure if you're just paranoid or whatever, once you start really taking those pauses, reflecting, you'll start noticing there's a very distinct difference between the voice in your head that's speaking from fear, worry, and anxiety, and your intuition. Your intuition is always going to have your best interest at heart. Your intuition is always going to be this sort of calm and loving voice. It's never going to be like your inner saboteur, which it can be nasty or self-deprecating or aggressive. The difference with paranoia is that when you're acting out of paranoia, you are acting out of fear, worry, or anxiety, or unhealed wounds. When you are intentional with moving forward and you genuinely get the sense that something is off, it's almost like a subtle nudge or whisper or gut feeling that tells you kindly that something isn't right. The more that you take time to connect with yourself and get to know how you communicate with your own self, the better you will be able to distinguish between the two. And you have to remember that sometimes the messages and things you're receiving are not from your intuition, they're from your guides, who also all communicate differently. The challenge here is going to be learning how to distinguish the different voices, the different feelings and things from your own self and your own energy versus something that's being influenced by someone else, something else, or from a worry, fear, or anxiety. The difference lies in the authenticity part. When it comes to the way you communicate with yourself, when it comes to the communication you receive from spirits or from your guides or from spirit itself, it's always going to be an energy of being in your best interest. Paranoia isn't always in your best interest. Acting out of paranoia and feeling paranoid are not always in your best interest. It's usually coming from an unhealed place or a place of fear, worry, or anxiety that is not always an accurate depiction of what's really going on. Your challenge here is going to be learning how to connect to the different pieces. But in order to do that, you're really going to have to slow down first and be intentional instead of reactive to your environment. Start paying attention. Be a subtle observer. That doesn't mean you be judgmental. It means you pay attention to the synchronicities and things that are being presented to you. The other thing about your intuition is your intuition will be consistent. You will consistently receive synchronicities and signs that align to the message that your intuition is trying to get across. Whereas paranoia can be very inconsistent and can come at random times or can come only once, your intuition, there will be consistent, clear signals if you're paying attention that will indicate that something is not right. That is truly where the difference lies. If this reading resonated with you, don't forget to like this video and comment your affirmation down below. Your affirmation for this reading is, I am learning to better connect with my intuition and learning how my intuition communicates with me. And as always, may your life be full of light, full of love, abundance, and gratitude. I'll see you next time.